Good morning, students. Hope that you all are fine. Today we will discuss the directive principle which was left in the chapter Fundamental Rights and Duties. Here we will learn definitions of the directive principles. We will not go in detail. Need not to learn in detail. Only the definition here is important and the nature of directive principles. Meaning of the directive principles. As we have done in chapter 1 also, directive principles are the guidelines or the instructions given by the constitution to all the state government that they should keep all these points while making the laws and executing the laws. So here the definition includes directive principles are in the nature of directions or instructions that tell the legislature and the executive what to do. Nature of the directive principles. It is non-justiciable rights of the people. It means in case of violation of these directive principles, you cannot move to the court. Second, it shall be the duty of the state to apply these principles in making the laws. While making the laws, state government must keep the nature of the directive principles in their mind. The principles always in their mind. Now, come to the main directive principles. Main directive principle include the Gandhian principle, the principles which promote the economic equality, the principles which protect the environment, and the protection of monuments and objects of national importance. Gandhian principle includes the promoting the interest of the weaker section of the society, as Gandhiji always emphasized for the upliftment of the weaker section of the society. So these Gandhian principles were incorporated into the directive principles, and all these directive principles are mentioned in part 4 of the constitution. Means these are the points which is given in the Indian constitution that while making the laws, the state government should include these, and this is based on these 4 principles. Gandhian principle includes the promotion of the interest of the weaker section of the people, preventing the consumption of the liquor, organizing village panchayat. So Gandhian principle is also included into the directive principles. Then the principles which promote the economic equality, that is the socialistic measure. As we know that our is a socialist state, we always provide to minimize the gap between rich and poor. So the principles which promote the economic equality includes the the provision for the adequate means of livelihood to all, whether weak or the oppressed, the fair distribution of the wealth. It should not lead to the concentration of the wealth. It should be divided between all the sections of the society. Protecting the women against the exploitation. It is there in your book also. You need to learn only the headings. Now, the principles which protect the environment means this principle that it is the duty of all the citizens to protect the environment. So, it is also the duty of the government while making the laws should keep in the mind that they should protect the environment. It is also included into the directive principles. Next is the protection of the monument and the objects of the national importance. So, we should the state government should include some of the measures through which they can protect the monuments of the national importance. So these are the 4 main principles which is included into the directive principles. Now come to the welfare state. This also we have already done in the chapter 1. Welfare state is a state which provides its citizen a wide range of social services, like they provide help in case of old age, they provide help in case of medical aid in case of sickness, they give adequate means of livelihood, employment in case of unemployment. So wide range of social services are provided by the government, and India is also a welfare state. So the welfare state is used to refer to a state which assumes broad responsibilities in the field of health. Means the government, they feel their responsibility in the field of health. Means the government's duty is to provide health to all the people, education to all the people, housing, and the social security. The directive principles lay down the foundation on which the welfare state is sought to be built up in India. So directive principles also include some of the points how India can be a welfare state. So these all was left in this chapter. I have completed these 2 points. Now we will discuss the next chapter, that is early Vedic period. Early Vedic period. Early Vedic period, this you have already done in class 6th also. Early Vedic period referred to the period during which the Aryans, which were migrated from the Caspian Sea area to the Sapt Sindhu region. When the Aryans migrated from the Sapt Sindhu area, they first get settled in the uh, s- uh, s- uh,